Ben Folds 5?
No.
Oh, it reminds me a bit of that one.
He is an American
breakup
artist.
tune.
Yeah.
You know what? It's going through my head.
Yeah.
Alley Cat's Bar in Brighton.
Alley Cat's Bar.
Yeah, which you
Yeah.
introduced me to.
Yeah.
I mean, we were back at uni, I'd say. I think summer holidays, I'd come to visit you. And this tune, it made me nostalgic. And I think these sort of music can do that. Or this tune
definitely. Yeah.
take you back in nostalgia. It doesn't make you cry. I don't know, but nostalgia is a funny feeling, isn't it? Because you sort of it's bittersweet. You remember like the good times, but it's kind of sad because you know they're part. You know, Alley Cat's is closed. Last time I looked.
Yeah, I'm sure it's been closed a while, hasn't it? And then it reopens and then closes. And
I mean, it always because it was in a basement. It always stank of shit, basically. And then
it's a bit mouldy.
last time I went, like it was just like a sewer. You appeared through the window, and but it used to have those the bins that the tables.
Yeah, the glowed up.
Yeah. So but I think part of the reason also it was going through my mind is they do what now. Musician Nigel Thomas. What is the technical term for when it sounds like there's a lot of people singing, but I think is it the same guy who's recorded his voice a few times, singing the same bit but different, maybe in harmony? Was he doing that?
Multi-tracking.
Multi-tracking.
Yeah.
Right. Well, there was multi-tracking this.
Parts, not all the way through, but certain parts to.
How many singers were in that? Was it just one guy or was it a load of people?
It's just him.
Right, because it sounds like there's, in parts, it sounds like there's like a fucking barbershop quartet.
Well, I don't think he played all the instruments on that.
Right, okay.
Which some people do, like,
Dave Grohl.
Dave Grohl did it on the First Foods album, and Graham Coxon, that kind of, some people do.
Well, so the multi-tracking reminded me of a Nigel Thomas tune called Susie.
Well, that's because it mentions Alley Cats.
And it mentioned Alley Cats. I think that's, I don't know. But I was also, thinking about, and I was thinking, we've known each other for so long, and I was thinking about, our friendship, but I was also...
That seemed to touch you as well, again, a glassy... I wondered why you glanced over at me at one point there.
Well, I started grinning because I remembered that song Susie wrote, because that song is actually a song of unrequited love, I think. It's a whole song, right? The song, you're like, I met her, we went to Brighton, and we went to the beach and ate chips and stuff, and then it finishes with, and I never saw her again.
No, I saw her once again.
Well, I'm pretty sure it ends with a multi-track. Never saw her again. Like, and I was like, this is basically just the song of one day and then getting ghosted.
No, it was 2 days, and then she did later write to me saying we should just be friends.
She wrote you say, get lost.
I saw her twice. It was all very, innocent. And
hang on, you saw her twice? Did you, or was it just you spent a weekend with her? Like that counts as one day, I would say, if it's just Saturday and Sunday.
It was it the day off? I can't remember. I cannot remember. No, it was a few weeks later we met up. Okay. Yeah.
So I had a little smile at that. It's the desperate loneliness of Nigel Thomas meets a girl, has one date, and writes a tune about her like it's Romeo and Juliet.
It was a very romantic meeting. We were there on the beach in Brighton, and
I mean, to 19-year-old Nigel Thomas, I'm sure that was. But to looking back,
I was about
bit of a sad loser.
17. Sad loser. At least I had managed to kiss a girl by that point, Louis.
Only the one, but yeah, okay.
Happy days. But what do you think of the song? And who did? What
did I think of it? I thought.
Well, I liked who it was by.
So it's not Ben Folds 5. I don't know.
Elliott Smith.
Never heard of him. Not to be confused with Missy Elliott. Word association games.
Any song with
my cousin's best friend Elliott.
Yeah.
Nope.
No cousin best friend. No, Elliott Smith
does a good second-hand car. Elliott Smith.
Yeah.
Right.
But that was. I used to think that song was a very beautiful song about. Well, it is about unrequited love, isn't it? It's about I'm never gonna know. I'm never gonna know you now. But I'm gonna still love you. It was actually written about his parents, though.
Ooh.
And that adds another layer of sorrow, doesn't it? I'm never gonna know you now, but I'm gonna love you anyhow. And
it did also. We're talking about nostalgia. It did also. Just on the weekend, we celebrated my dad's 89th birthday.
Wow.
89. Statistically, he's outlived his, life expectancy.
What kind of old age is that?
What?
It's a ripe old age.
He's a ripe old age.
There we
ripe.
Go. Yes.
See, and so, I was thinking about him, like he could go at any time. He's had a stroke before, and you hope he doesn't, but, could
it's
happen.
Life, it's all part of
and it's...
Yeah.
So that it reminded me of that, and that's the thing about
Or
nostalgia.
he could outlive you.
Well, he could. I'd get run over by a bus tomorrow.
You could.
Yeah. Yeah, he could go on to 100. You never know, like the Queen or whatever.
120. No, the Queen was only...
She was a year off writing a letter to herself, wasn't it, I think?
No, she was younger than that. She was 96.
Okay.
Wasn't she 96?
Still at a ripe old
yes.
age.
Still ripe old age.
Also, I feel about that about cities as well. You know, they say cities can make you... I saw a documentary, I think it was about New York, you know, and they said the biggest feeling people have is nostalgia because cities are constantly changing. They're putting up new buildings or alley cats is closing, you know. Mm. And also there was a thing in it, it almost sounded like a train moving. You know, like you were on...
It's
like
a waltz. It's called waltz number 2.
Oh, is that...
2, 3, 2. So it's in 3/4 instead of 4/4, which is most, but not all songs are 4/4.
It was making me tap my thighs, like yeah.
Dun, 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 dun,
Dun, dun. So
that's a waltz. Yeah, I was thinking of doing a podcast with you on time signatures at some point. Maybe we will. But yes, that was a different time signature.
Yeah, so it made me think of the passing of time like a train, or it'd be a good road trip song to have, you know, when you're driving across the country or something. That's probably when if I was going to listen to it, that's when I might listen to it. Yeah, it's all right. All right. I'm not sure I would listen to that. Do I want to feel like that? I don't know if I want to be nostalgic. It's such a bittersweet sort of feeling.
Depends, doesn't it? I suppose on what you want to feel.
What you want to feel. Is that what you do? You put on music to help you feel the thing you want to feel. To have a pity party.
People put on music to cheer themselves up, don't they?
That's primarily what I do with music. But most of my I've got a ton of playlists which are cheer me up, fire me up before, I don't know, doing a gig or facing the daily grind of work, probably. No, like
the daily grind of existence.
Exactly. Like commuting, you know, you need something to perk you up. So
you think life is pretty hard for you for what you're gonna say. Remember, you've got a girlfriend now.
Yeah, and she didn't tell me to get lost.
She hasn't yet. Louis. That's it. That's. I'm
Better
doing
to
this.
Loved and
I'm
lost.
doing this affectionately. She hasn't yet said it.
Yeah, neither has yours.
But as I say, you should always be prepared.
Well, I've got a tune to listen to.
You should always be prepared. Oh, I've got loads of songs. I mean, Elliott Smith is great for.
Oh, by the way, show notes. We need to put in the show notes, Susie, your tune, in case someone wants to listen to a 17-year-old.
No, Susie by the Foxes.
By the Foxes. That's right. Yeah. So getting told to.
So don't get it wrong. Lost. And that was Waltz number 2 by Elliott Smith from the album XO, which is well worth a listen. One more tune then, Louis. One more tune.
Only one more. It's the end. That makes me sad.
Well, we could probably do another of these because there are several songs I haven't included. So we could do another one. Maybe we will at some point.
How long was your pity party?
Well, there's
3 days.
It's only a couple of hours sobbing
in your boxes. Oh my God! She comes in. Why are you crying? Like,
I wasn't.
You've been going. She's like, I was only went to the shops for 20 minutes.
As I say, I wasn't in my boxes. I was naked. Right, so that's another song. And in many ways, I've saved the best to last. And again, I'm not sure how you will respond to this. It is a fairly long song.
Okay, I don't always like the long ones.
And there's a lot of chords in it.
Okay.
And a lot of instrumentation. But the lyrics of this song, I remember writing out when I was, maybe 17 or something, just because the lyrics are brilliant. All the lyrics of this band are brilliant, but the music as well. And, I'll stop talking. Let's see what you think about
I'm going to try and listen to the actual words.
Yeah, okay, here we go.